Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is April. How is everybody today? Welcome to all my subscribers and welcome to all my new subscribers. And if you are watching and you are not a subscriber to my channel, hi, how are you today? Today I am going to show you how you can add ribbons, additional ribbons to your Bible. I have here a hardcover NIV version of a Bible, and I'm going to show you the materials that you're going to need to do this. First, you're going to need ribbons. You can find ribbons at dollar stores or craft stores. The thinner the ribbon, the better. You can pick any color that you'd like, but I decided to go with white. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need cardboard. Any kind of cardboard will do. This is from a soda can case. And a candle, some matches, and a glue gun. So first I'm going to light my candle because I need the wax. Hopefully I have enough. I'm just going to set it to the side. So first, we're going to take our Bible out from the box that it came with. And then, as you can see, the Bible only came with one tab. So I always like to add tabs because one is just not enough when you are studying it. So the tabs that we are going to make, the ribbons that we're going to make, you can put them in, and if you don't like them, you could take them out. So that's one way that I do it. I don't glue it on or anything. You could use different colors. You don't have to use all white, but white is what I have. So what you have to do first is you're going to open up your Bible, okay? And you're going to see that pocket that opens up. And you're going to kind of have to imagine what size you're going to need. So I have a pencil, and we're just going to measure. So we're just going to measure. I'm going to make it bigger rather than cutting it too short, so I can just cut it down later if I need it. So I'm not going to need this whole strip. So I think that can be enough. Okay, so I measured it from one end to the other end of the opening. So I'm going to cut it. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything. And then I'm going to see if this is going to insert inside the Bible end. I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way. And I think it's just going to be too big. Yeah, it's going to be too big. So I'm going to trim it down. I'm going to trim it down a couple of millimeters. More. Let's see if this works. This is, yeah, oh, it's going to go in. Yeah, it's going to go in. So you can have it, I think I'm going to have to cut it down just a little bit more. I think the best method that I have figured out is if you can get it snugged in there, that works the best. But I find with the hard covers, it's always a little bit tricky. Yeah, I think that'll do it. I can't seem to get it on the side. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I need another square cardboard, just like this. So that's going to go in the recycling. And I'm going to cut one more because we're going to end up gluing these together. So there we go. Let me see. So now I have 2 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to try to fit it in again with the 2 pieces. I'm going to cut it. I feel like I need to cut it down a bit. What do you think? What do you guys think? Looks like it's too much here. Okay. I'm just going to cut it down. Maybe like a little bit. Oh yeah, this fits way better. Okay, so you can see the cardboard just snugly fits inside the book end in that opening. All right, so now that we have the cardboard done, we are going to add the ribbons. So with how I measure how much ribbon I need, I always put more than what I need. In case I have to cut it down, I can cut it and it won't be short. So it's better to have more than having less if it's too short. So we're going to pretend that the ribbon is glued onto the cardboard. And we are going to kind of put it in and close it as best as we can. We're not going to pull on it too much because we don't want it to pull out. But this will give you a better estimate of how much ribbon you actually need. So I always like to get a good idea by doing it this method. So as long as you're gentle with the ribbon, you're okay. So we're going to cut the ribbon. We're going to cut it straight for right now, right here. So now that we have one done, the one that we have done is going to be our guide. So we're going to pull it out, pull out the cardboard, and then we're going to make as many ribbons as we can fit onto the cardboard. So if your Bible has a thicker book end, you can add more ribbons to your Bible. So I think this one, we might only be adding 3. Yeah, we probably will only add 3, which I think is good. We already have 1, so 3 extra ribbons will be good. So we're going to measure it and then cut 2 off, but we're going to cut it off straight. And then we're going to cut another one because we know 3 will fit on the bookend. So how is everybody's weekend so far? So far in Ontario, Saturday, it was really warm and raining, and today it's very cold and it's snowing. And the snow that's coming, it's like little tiny golf balls size. And we are already April 18th. April 18th today, and we are still getting snow. We can still get snow in May. I remember one spring we got snow, I think it was May 2nd. I woke up to snow. Okay. So now that my gun, my hot gun, my hot gun glue is ready. And make sure when you are about to glue the ribbon to your cardboard, make sure your hot gun is really hot, or else it doesn't stick and then you gotta start all over. So I'm going to glue it here. Oh, and then I'm going to put one ribbon at a time. I just like to put a generous amount here into the book end. So hot. So there we go. Now my finger has hot gun glue. That's one thing about the hot gun glue. When it sticks to your skin, you just wait for it to cool down and it comes off. No problem. So now we're going to glue the second piece cardboard on top. Oh. So I'm going to try to take the excess of glue out. And I'm going to hot glue the whole piece, even on top of the ribbon. Okay, so then we're going to go really quickly, and we're going to put the cardboard and kind of match it up as best as we can, and then press it down as much as you desire. It is a bit hot, so I'm just going to unplug my hot gun glue because I don't need it anymore. Okay. So now we're going to wait till it gets cold. Just a bit. Trying to make sure that the glue doesn't go on top of the ribbon at all. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough ribbon. Wow, look at that. I only have enough for one. I'll use this one in another Bible tab. I normally put them in all my Bibles. I find it really helps you to keep track if you're studying or reading the Bible, because you don't always go back to the same page sometimes. So I find that this is like a very cheap and inexpensive way to add tabs. So you'll see people, they will glue it inside. I don't glue it because in case I don't like it or I don't want it anymore, it gives me the flexibility to take it out when I want to or keep it. And I push it as far down not to see it, so you can't really see it too much with this. I think it's a little bit too big still, the cardboard. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can trim it down a bit. Oh, sorry for tilting the camera. I find with the hard covers, I find them, this one is a small one. This is a small Bible. There's no room. Okay. Oh, I see the problem. There we go. We are going to work into this Bible. So, there you go. I'm going to push it down a little bit more. We are not done yet. We are just going to take a look at it. It's not closing properly, but once I start reading into this Bible, it's going to be like filled with notes like this anyways. So that's okay. So look at this. We are going to just try it out to see how it looks. I'd like to give you guys kind of like a showing of how it looks. So you have your 3 tabs that you added, and then the one that the Bible came with. And then you just have it here. All right, so now you're going to fix it. We're going to fix the ends. We're going to make a bit more aesthetic for our Bible. So what I like to do is I like to cut it on an angle, just like how it comes. I think it looks much more feminine and prettier. So we're going to drape it down, and it doesn't have to be perfect. If you cannot make it perfect, don't worry. Don't worry if you cannot make it perfect. We're going to, as you can see, the ends are coming off. Ugh. We're just going to cut it. Try not to pull down when you cut it. Okay, we're going to cut in the same direction. We're going to cut in the same direction for each one. Now, I just cut it. I don't measure it. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm not too picky about that either. Okay, so now we got 3 ribbons, and they're all trimmed down. Look at that. Looks so much better. So much prettier. So now we are going to fix the ends. So I stumbled on this backwards one day. So I had made ribbons for a study Bible, and the ends was just ripping. The threads were coming. It was so annoying. And it was a morning. I was reading, and I had flipped my ribbons into my candle, and I panicked so fast. I pulled out my ribbon. I panicked. I said, oh my gosh, like my ribbons are destroyed now. I have wax all over. So I gently put the ribbon down, really careful, and it ended up sealing the ends, and the thread stopped getting pulled out. And I was like, oh my gosh, a solution out of nowhere. So now what we're going to do, I have some wax. You don't need a lot of wax, just a little bit of wax. We're just going to dip it really gently. And we don't need that much wax, so you're just going to dip it in and out. And just put it down on a piece of paper or a piece of plastic if you have it. So try not to get it burnt. So I just put a little bit. And put it off to the side. Let it get dried. There's barely any candle left, so I don't want to burn the. See? Too funny. Okay. I'm gonna tilt it. There we go. So note to yourself, try to use more than just a little bit of candle. Let's do the last one. Oh. And then take the first one, and it's already hard. See the thread? It won't get pulled off. This is the only method that I have found that works. Originally, I was going to put tape, but tape eventually falls apart. This one is still a little bit wet still with wax, so I'm going to dip it. And if you have a colored ribbon and you use white wax, it doesn't show, it just shows like it's a clear liquid. So there you go. This is a really I'm going to blow out the candle just to be safe. So this this is a really inexpensive way to add Bible tabs, if you desire, to your Bible. And that did not take too long. It took about 20 minutes. Oh, and I give you a little pro tip about the Bible bookends for the tabs. So hopefully you see this and you try to add Bible tabs to your Bible if you'd like, and this video helped you out. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, or if you've tried this, or if there's another method out there that you know of. I'd love to hear it. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thank you, and please like and leave a comment down below. I look forward to reading your comments about my Bible tabs add-in for today. Thank you so much, and God bless.